Hi, my name is Christian, and welcome to another episode of Workflow Wednesdays. Today, we're going to be talking about how to build a journey for training videos. So let's get into it. So the first thing we do is to start a new journey. And when we start a new journey, it can be a good idea to just start working with placeholders. So placeholders don't really do anything, but they're a great way to kind of formulate the journey that you're creating. So just start typing in, what's the first action that takes place. In this case, a training video is going to get sent out to the traveler going through the journey, and a simple question. Once that's been filled out, we want another training video gets sent to the traveler, and another question, checking to see if they understood what happened in the video, and perhaps the third video. And so this is just like a super simple way of building out a journey where you can send 3 training videos to an individual, and they're going to get each video once they've filled out a simple form with a question for each. So to get started, we basically go in and we create a form, and in this case, we're just going to do something very simple for this demonstration. And we're going to call the form training video number 1. And within this training video, we're just going to put in something simple. We're going to take a video link that we have. And once we've added that video link, we're going to just add a little bit of extra content. In this case, we're just putting in some basic text, like look at this training video, and we're going to add a super simple question where we ask the user, what can you create in 50 skills? And we're just going to have 4 simple options that the user can pick from. And we're going to use these options later to actually check if he watched the video and knew what we was talking about. In some cases, for certain employers, it can be important for them to have a field that the user declares that they have watched the video. So it's very easy to add that kind of text in case it's important for you that people verify that they have indeed read the video itself. And as you can see, even if you make a mistake, you put in the wrong type of content element, it's very easy to just update the video itself, take a look at how it looks like on mobile, desktop, on iPad, and just save the form. And so now we've created the first training video form. We're going to just really quickly put up 2 more forms like these. So just kind of speed the video up a little bit. But as you can see, even though we're creating these a bit faster now, it really doesn't take a long time to just kind of copy paste the URL links for the videos you're using, saving them, and the form itself is ready. You can name the form with some good naming conventions, so it's easy to remember what form was where. But it can take just a few seconds to add 1 or more videos to a form, and then it's your decision if you want to add more questions. But now that we've created our forms, we're going to start building the journey. And the first placeholder said the first video training number 1. So we're going to pick the form video training number 1. The person going through the journey will get an email, and the email will have a link to that video. Now, immediately after completing that form of watching the video, reading the text, answering the question, we want the next video to go out. So in this example, we're going to immediately, once they've filled out the first form, the second form is going to trigger. And once the second form is finished, we want the third form to trigger. And we're just deleting these placeholders because now these placeholders are not needed anymore because we've actually added the forms themselves and all the configurations that are supposed to take place. So this is probably the most simple way of getting videos started with journeys. But there are so many different ways of doing this. So let's get into method number 2. We had another journey with a few placeholders that we kind of pre-built for this demonstration. So in this case, the first thing we want to make sure happens once the person gets added to this journey is we want to send out an input form with the first video. Then we want to wait for 7 days, send the next one out. So in the beginning, step number 1, we pick out video number 1, and we want it to get sent out via email. The second thing that we want to make sure happens is that 7 days later, we're going to have the next form trigger. So it doesn't matter if they watched the first video, it doesn't matter if they finished it, 7 days later, the second form is going to go out with another video. So we're basically building out this drip campaign where we've decided that for the next consecutive 4 weeks, there's going to go one video off the second we add someone to this campaign. And we're not doing anything fancy. We're just sending these out. We just have some default email messages, and we just decided that we wanted to have 3 videos instead of 4. And because of that, this particular journey is now ready. Works a little bit differently than the first one, but again, 3 videos will get sent out over the course of the next 3 weeks. So let's go into example number 3 and get a little bit more fancy with the things that we can do. So in this example, again, we're going to start by sending out training video number 1. But so we're going to replace the placeholder with the actual training video. But now we've added a condition. If someone doesn't understand the video, if the questions that we added are not answered in the way that we want, and you can have multiple conditions, but we're basically going to say if your reply is if your reply is that is something else than workflows is the right answer, then we are going to send you the form again. And so in this case, we're just adding the form again, and we're going to pick out the training video number 1, and we're going to change the messaging a little bit. So now you can have, all the email messages have just been a default, but in this case, we're going to word things a little bit differently. So this is just a demo, of course, so we're just putting in some funny text there. But this is something that you can easily change, and you can even, as you notice here, we're just writing the text itself, but you could also use variables from the form and put that into that email message itself. So there's a lot of those options when you're getting more fancy with it. But if you just want to get started in a super basic way, you can do that with the other prior two videos. But now that the journeys are ready, let's try and add a traveler to that journey. So in this case, we have a person on our team that we want to go through, put through the training program. So we're going to add Annalisa to the journey here, and we're going to click her profile, and we're going to start the journey for her. This can happen automatically when she's added to it, but now we're just going to start this with a manual note. So as you can see, the second she was added, the journey was started, the first action took place. So she got this email with a request to fill out a form. She opens the email, she clicks the link itself, and she's going to see the form that we just created earlier. And she's going to answer the form after watching the video itself. She's going to answer the form based on what she thinks she can do with journeys. And as you can see here, the conditions were not met. She did answer this the correct way, so she's not going to get sent again to her. And the rest of the journey will trigger at the right time, in this case, every week for the next 3 weeks. But that's it for now for Workflow Wednesdays. Subscribe, put some comments and thoughts below. I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback.